Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel for this week's Toolbox Safety Topic video. This week we'll be talking about confined space. But before we get started, make sure you give me the thumbs up down below to encourage me to make more videos. Also subscribe to the channel where you'll find additional videos of this nature and you'll be notified of new releases. Make sure you share this video with your co-workers and associates, and please comment on the contents of this video. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Well, before we get started, I would like to say that this video is brought to you by the Picnic Tablecloth Shirt Company. That's what my daughter says anyway. This shirt looks, one of my daughters says that this shirt looks like a picnic tablecloth. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Confined space. Enter with understanding. There's nothing routine about entering a confined space. It's not just a small area or a tight squeeze. It's a potential death trap. And unless we understand what we're walking into, it could be the last step we take. So let's start with the basics. A confined space is defined as a space that is large enough for a worker to enter and perform assigned work, has limited or restricted means of entry or exit, and is not designed for continuous occupancy. Think of tanks, silos, pits, crawl spaces, and manholes. These places weren't made for people to linger in, and they sure weren't made for people to survive in when things go wrong. Now, some confined spaces become permit required confined spaces when they contain one or more serious hazards. These include hazardous atmospheres, engulfment risk, and inwardly converging walls or dangers that could seriously harm or kill a worker. When it comes to confined space entry, there's no room for guesswork. Everyone involved has a clear role to play. Let's start with the entry supervisor. The entry supervisor is the leader of the operation, the person responsible for the overall safety of the entry. This individual must evaluate the hazards of the space and ensure proper controls are in place. Verify the permit is completed, accurate, and posted before entry begins. Ensure all procedures are followed, including atmospheric testing, ventilation, lockout tagout, and PPE. Cancel the permit when the entry is complete or if unsafe conditions arise. Remove unauthorized individuals and keep tight control over who enters and exits. They must know the hazards inside and out. If anything changes, they must act immediately. Next, we have the authorized entrant, the person physically entering the confined space. This is the boots on the ground role, and it carries serious responsibility. Entrants must know the hazards they may face, including signs, symptoms, and consequences of exposure. Use proper equipment, including PPE, communication devices, retrieval systems, and atmospheric monitors. Stay in constant communication with the attendant. Exit the space immediately if ordered to do so if they recognize danger or if an alarm sounds. It's not bravery to stay in a space when things go south. It's reckless. The moment something feels off, the safe choice is the right choice. Get out. Now let's talk about the attendant, a role too often underestimated. The attendant doesn't go in, but they might be the one who saves a life. Their duties include monitoring the atmosphere and behavior of the entrance at all times, maintaining constant communication with those inside, raising the alarm and calling rescue services if an emergency occurs, preventing unauthorized entry and ensuring the safety perimeter is respected, and never abandoning their post, not for a break, not for a phone call, not for anything. They are the eyes and ears outside the danger zone, and they must be ready to act, not panic, if the situation changes. Let's not forget, confined space tragedies often involve not just one fatality, but multiple, usually because someone else rushes in to help without proper training or equipment. That's why rescue plans must be in place before anyone enters. That's why roles must be understood before the job begins. And that's why permits, training, equipment, and communication matters more than anyone may realize until it's too late. No task inside a confined space is worth a life. So whether you're the entry supervisor, the authorized entrant, or the attendant, own your role, know your responsibility, refuse to cut corners, and remember, it's a confined space. Safety isn't optional, it's oxygen. Now, a disclaimer here. This presentation is an overview of the confined space entry process and roles. It's not a substitute for formal training. Workers must receive proper training from their employers before entering any confined space. All confined space work should be performed in strict accordance with company policy and applicable regulatory standards. All right, boys and girls, that's it. Confined space. Make sure you understand the roles and make sure you understand the hazards. Well, that's it for this week's Toolbox Safety Topic video. I appreciate you stopping by and I appreciate you watching. Make sure you give me the thumbs up down below to encourage me to make more videos. Also, subscribe to the channel where you'll find additional videos of this nature and you'll be notified of new releases. Make sure you share this video with associates and co-workers. And please comment on the content of this video. And until we see each other again, take care of yourself because you're number one. Look out for your co-workers and help ensure their safety. And most importantly, have a grateful day and we'll see you next time. Safety is all on you. It's all on you.